George Stinney Jr. was born on October 21, 1929, in the city of Pinewood, South Carolina. He lived in the town of Alcolu, where whites and blacks were divided by railroad tracks. Stinney's family resided in a modest company house. In March 1944, 11-year-old Betty June Binnicker and 7-year-old Mary Emma Timms were wandering through Alcolu searching for flowers. They encountered George and his younger sister and asked if they knew where to find edible fruit. The girls never returned home, and this was the last time they were seen alive. Their bodies were later found in a ditch near a church. The story went around that Stinney had followed the girls after they approached him and beat them to death. Unfortunately, during that time, whites held authority over blacks, and Stinney was accused of the crime without any evidence. Police handcuffed him and interrogated him for hours in a small room without his parents, a lawyer, or witnesses. There was no substantial evidence against him despite his innocence. The girls' disappearance and subsequent killing coincided with Amy's statement that they had asked about flowers. South Carolina had set the age of adulthood for males at 14, making Stinney legally responsible for his actions and a suspect in the murder. The trial went ahead without his parents, who feared being attacked by the predominantly white public in the courtroom, which numbered around 1,500 people. The jury, composed entirely of white individuals, declared Stinney guilty after just a 10-minute session, not recommending mercy. Clarendon County Court immediately sentenced him to death by electric chair in 1944. He was executed with an electric shock of 2,400 volts. Stinney's family, especially his younger sister Amy, who had been with him on the day of the crime, believed in his innocence. However, poverty and racial prejudice prevented them from seeking justice. The case remained closed until 2009. Historian George Frierson decided to investigate the details of the crime. Having grown up in Alcolu, he remembered the case from a small article in a local newspaper. Frierson's research convinced him of Stinney's innocence. In 2014, new evidence, including sworn statements from Amy affirming she was with George on the day of the girl's disappearance, was presented. Judge Carmen Tevis Mullen overturned George Stinney's murder conviction, calling the death penalty imposed on him a serious wrongdoing.